So, we'll talk with Sadani first here.
Oi.
Hey there! And give her a nickname. Don't think it really matters. I'll choose Pumpkin.
Hey.
Pumpkin? Pumpkin? That's new. I like it. I don't know where she turned into a redneck all of a sudden. Hey everybody, welcome to the Nerdy Dad Show. Today we're going to be playing a game called Yes, Your Grace. Now I've gone through this game two or three times, and I've never made it past about week 20. You've got 50 weeks in the game to do things, and I always either run out of food or run out of gold. Or there was one time where the people came to the castle with pitchforks and torches, decided that I didn't need to be king anymore. So I'm not gonna lie, I have looked through a walkthrough to figure out some of the wrong decisions that I made. It was a couple of decisions, probably around week 7 or 8, that I just did wrong, and that resulted in the end of the game. So we're going to play through the game here. If it's enjoyable enough, and people seem to like it, all 8 of my subscribers at this point, then I may continue on with this. I really like this game. It's kind of a mix of Sword to Court with an overarching storyline. So let's jump right in. I'm going to do a new game so that we don't just get run out on a rail.
Oh bye.
It's time, Your Grace.
Hey Bible.
I'd better put on the crown. So we will put the crown here and put it on. Crown of the King of Davern. It's getting a bit rusty. And I'll wear it. Alright, it says we can leave any room by walking to the edge of the screen. You can tell I've done this a few times. So we need to go to the castle wall. Where is my pointer? Oh, there it is. Your Grace! A deserter found one of ours hiding in a shed. Shed? Why would you do this, Sobek? There's too many of them. We have no chance of winning. If you let them off, the rest may follow. However, our army is sparse as it is. We need every set of hands able to hold a sword, Your Grace. So we have an option to spare or kill. It doesn't make much difference what you choose here, but I choose to spare him every playthrough. Even the least brave soldiers are essential now. With courage, we will defeat the enemy, no matter the odds. Let him loose, General. Go and stand for Davern. Thank you, Your Grace.
General?
Over here, Your Grace. So we'll go talk to the General.
Oi.
How bad is it, General? Our men are scared. It's the middle of the night, and yet it's so bright as if Svarog himself walked our lands. The thin walls won't last, and we won't... I can't even read. The thin walls won't last long, and we lack any solid defense measures. We don't have enough men. Once they get in, we have nothing we can throw their way. Can you hear the chanting? They're getting ready. We'd better get started. I've gathered archers from all the other walls. They are awaiting you at the wall, Your Grace. There's still time to put up white flags. I've never put up the white flag. I figure if we're going to go down, we're going to go down fighting. So we can put up a white flag, but in this case I will choose the inspirational speech. My brothers, we stood together through the worst of times. We have proved our strength in many battles. And today we will prove it again. My bravest men, I bid you to fight for all you hold dear. For Davern! Ah! One year earlier. See, that's where the 50 or 52 weeks comes in. So, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here I come. He's playing hide and seek with his daughters. Lorsulia, you found me. Well done, father. Come on now, Lorsulia. It's not often we can do this. I told you, I don't want to play. Aren't you too old for this? Lorsulia, that's no way to speak to your father. Lorsulia is a stick in the mud. Shut it, Asalia. We can see you from miles away. Got you. Shouldn't have insulted your sister from across the gardens. She always has to ruin everything. She's so proud she couldn't even find a place to hide. I wasn't even trying to hide. I don't want to play. Next time you don't want to play, maybe try writing a formal announcement. Oh wait, you can't write. Of course I can, you nitwit. Cut it out, both of you. It's just like dealing with my two kids. So, Lorsulia is going to go over there, and we'll now go over here and find the youngest daughter, who's actually kind of cute the way she acts. Sadani. And here's the little one. No! I was doing so well. You must have cheated. Or peeked. I demand another trial of the game. How official. Maybe next time, Sadani. Forgive me, Your Grace. I hate to interrupt, but your subjects will soon arrive. All right, enough games. The throne awaits. So what you have to do, this is the part where it's like sort the court. You have the petitioners that come in, and you have to decide what to do with each of them. The petitioners will start queuing in a moment, Your Grace. We really need to shorten the visiting hours. All right. So, we've got the 4 people here. Aurelia is our wife. Can you go and speak to Lorsulia, my dear? I've tried talking to her, but she just won't respond. I don't know what's got into her recently. Maybe she will open up a bit more to you. She's probably wandering about at the wall. Of course, my sweetest. Dungeon Guard. Your Grace, I bring bad news. The recent rains have soaked through our roofs. The pantry roof has collapsed, as well as some walls of our dungeon. Only one cell is currently functional. We should really fix those things before they get worse. Otherwise, we'll keep losing supplies. You will see the required fixes in your weekly summary at the end of the week. So this tells us that we have the archives, so we can absolutely look through here and see all of the details about everything. I generally won't look through here unless I just kind of forget something, which, you know, I'm old, that happens. Alright, so now we'll talk to the peasant. Your Grace, my daughter's wedding is at hand. Congratulations! The problem is, we don't have enough gold or supplies to make a worthy feast. What will my daughter's in-laws think of our family? We want to hire a band, buy some of that fancy wine on the market. They would only need 5 gold and 5 supplies. Well, at this point, we really have, you know, an abundance of gold and supplies, so we'll say fine. We'll do that. You can't have a marriage without the music and something to kill the thirst. And that raises contentment by 1, as you see up there on the right. Oh yes, the thirst's the worst. We will show these peasants what a real feast looks like. Ha 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 ha! And finally, the last peasant. Your Grace, I come here representing my village. We want to ask you for 7 gold to help us gather tools and resources required to build an inn. We could really use a new place to rest after a long day of work. Now, some people might think this isn't the best thing to invest in, especially with the amount of gold we've got down here. But I know from playing this through a few times that if you let them build the inn, then they give you 1 gold per week going forward after they finish building the inn. So it's a good investment here. So take the gold, make it the best inn around. And of course, as it raises contentment by 1. Oh, we surely will. Thank you, Your Grace. Oh, and who's this? Another peasant. Monsters! Beasts dressed in black. They came in the night, unseen, unheard until they arrived. They attacked the village. We heard the dreadful screams of the slain. Your Grace, I beg you, you must send your men. Check what happened. Find those responsible. Tell me more. Who are they? Bright red heads, short but sharp fangs. Hundreds of them. Gleaming metal for their claws. We've never seen anything like this. My agent will check the village. The general should deal with these bandits easily. Thank you, Your Grace. So we sent our general. He'll be gone for a week. We can't use him for anything else. And of course, we've got 1 more contentment down here. All right. Well, I guess I better talk to Lorsulia. She's probably at the wall. I knew that, but I just couldn't get rid of the thing there. So, we can talk to Audrey. Tell me about the kingdom. Would you like to know about Your Grace? Well, I know about all of that, so it's pretty straightforward. That's all. I will be here if you need me. So, we'll walk over here. And, let's see. So we've got 3 places we need to go. I always start off at the castle wall. We'll go upstairs and talk to our oldest daughter, Lorsulia. Oh, it's you. You need to stop fighting with your sister. Do you want to talk about what happened in the gardens? No. Teenagers, am I right? I'm fine, Father. Why didn't you want to play with us? You used to find the best spots, remember? Maybe I'm not 5 anymore? So Celia's been pretty nasty recently. I don't know where your sister learned to be so rude. I can see something's wrong. Why won't you talk to me?
I don't know.
Everything's fine. Don't you have things to do? I guess I'll see you later. I'll leave you to it. Sure. So this is kind of funny. We can go over here and pet the cat 3 times. Ooh. What's that smell? Is that you, Dusty? Well, it wasn't me. It was the first time playing through, you get an achievement called What's That Smell? I thought it was kind of funny. Anyway, so we'll leave her be. Teenagers. They're the worst. I understand why some animals eat their young. We'll walk over here. Come on, really? Alright, so now let's go down to the gardens. And then we can talk with Celia, that's right. Yes, Father? Can you explain the fight in the gardens? What's the matter with you 2? You and Lorsulia used to be best friends. You mean why is Lorsulia such a big baby? This is the kind of thing I mean. She's annoying is all. You need to stop fighting with each other. Insulting your sister won't make the situation better. She'll just get more resentful as time goes by. But it's so hard. Sigh. I'm sorry, Father. I won't do it again. Anything else I can talk with her about? Okay, stay safe. And yeah, we'll walk out over here. And we'll go over to the dungeon. Damn it, this is worse than I thought. The recent downpours have damaged a lot of buildings, Your Grace.
While
While we still have space for prisoners, we should focus on buildings that need more attention. I've had a scribe write a list of things that need to be fixed. You will see this in your weekly summary, Your Grace. It sounds like it's going to be costly. Yes. See, what's weird is there's an entry to fix the pantry so you stop losing supplies, but I have yet to see any kind of entry to fix the dungeon here. Maybe that's further along in the game that I haven't actually got to yet. This is also a neat little side quest. Peasant, by all the gods, that could have been me. Your Grace, do you see what happened here? If I had been in the other cell, I would have been crushed. This is a sign. I love the little voices they put in here. The voices, the music, it's a really good game. The gods have forgiven my sins. I shall serve the mighty ones. I will dedicate my life to those in need. I mean, if I could get out of here, please. Why are you here again? Oh, I bumped into the innkeeper on the street and stepped on his toe. How dare you tell such falsehoods? He ordered a gallon of beer, drank it all himself, and didn't even have the gold to pay for it. I know the innkeeper. He was pretty upset. Oh yeah, I think I remember. Your Grace, I have been enlightened. I won't ever do such a stupid thing again. I will serve a higher purpose now. Just maybe a meow? Well, I don't think it matters either way. Maybe it does further down the road. I don't know. I always let him out because, you know, if he's truly turned over a new leaf, give him a chance. That's just my ethos. It's how I work. So you've had enough. I hope you learned your lesson. You may leave. Really? The gods have truly chosen me. I will go and spread their wisdom. Thank you, Your Grace. Our paths will cross again. I can feel it. I'm sure they will. I just haven't made it that far. I keep saying that. It irks me. I mean, normally I can, you know, learn everything. And what's irritating is the things happen the same way every game. The same peasants, the same decisions. But I can't ever seem to get past it. It's annoying. Maybe I'm just old. I don't know. Alright, and so I think that's it. We can go anywhere, really, but we'll do this. And then we will end the week by clicking that. This is your weekly summary screen. To buy an upgrade. Okay, so just a little bit of overview on here. This tells you the items that contribute to the treasury. Broken theater, broken pantry roof, stand, which is the general, and taxes. So we're getting a penalty of 1 contentment for the broken theater. We're losing 5 supplies a week for the broken pantry roof. The general costs us 9 gold, and we're getting 11 gold in taxes and 8 bags of supplies. Alright, so the important things to do here is to fix the pantry roof so that we won't stop, or we'll stop losing the supplies. And fix the market stall, which gives us 2 gold per week. Again, it's all a balance, because especially as the weeks go on, people come in with more and more outlandish requests. You'll see. So at the end of the week, we will have 10 gold, 8 supplies, and we'll have 17 contentment. We're getting a hit for the contentment there on the theater, but we'll leave that. We'll save and continue. Week 2. So there's the petitioners, so there's the general. Oh, there's more people. General. Your Grace, no sign of the monsters. We did stumble upon these bandits, though. They were pillaging the village. Red head, sharp teeth, a crest of Radovia? I thought you could only find them in books and old manuscripts. Well, seems like we have one right here, too. Tell me, whose banner are you
Hey,
bearing?
what?
Is it true that you're from Radovia? Your man is right. Radovia is my home. And soon yours too. Why are you here? What were you and your men doing near the village? We're just making a living. One might call it plunder. I would call it hard work. Who's your leader?
Davern.
Do you have a king?
Hey, what da?
Or are you just a barbaric thief? We are a free people. We don't bow to kings or lords. Bold words for someone trespassing in another country. Bold and stupid. That describes most of my life. I've heard enough. Your Grace, we can't allow barbarians to stalk our lands, plundering and killing innocent men. There is no question that justice needs to be dealt to this one. On my initial playthrough, I chose to execute him. Then I realized, well, you could get information out of him. You know, you've got a prisoner here that was working for the enemy. You could get information out of him. So we'll throw him in the dungeon. You'll rot in a cell. You don't want to let me go, but you don't have the guts to kill. My friends will gladly hear about your cowardly decisions. I need to see Aurelia about all of this. Okay, so, Audrey... What do you make of this, Audrey? Radovians, here? How would they get through the mountains? Why would they threaten a war? That's a lot of questions, but I need answers, Audrey. Forgive me, Your Grace, I'm just puzzled. It might be reasonable to start thinking about renewing some old treaties. Talk to old friends, see who could lend a hand. With our current resources, a war would bring certain defeat. I will make some preparations. Off he goes to make his preparations. So, let's see. We'll do the banker. I'm here representing Bank de Florentini, Your Grace. I hear that your treasury has seen better times, but I'm here to help. Okay, how does this work? How does this all work again? We understand that sometimes it's hard to be a king, and we want to do our best to help. We offer quick and easy solutions to give you a surge of gold or supplies, whichever you may be in need of. Our exclusive package offers 50 gold or supplies instantly available for your use. The bank only adds a small fee of 10 gold or supplies, depending on the type of loan. It's paid off in weekly amounts of 10 until you pay off your debt, Your Grace. We won't charge you any additional costs. Oh, one last thing to note. We can only do one type of loan at a time. So if you want to borrow gold, we can't lend you supplies until the first loan is repaid, and vice versa. And remember, first loan's free of charge. You just pay back what you take. Okay, so we've got more gold than supplies right now, so I'll borrow supplies just to keep the kingdom running. We can offer 50 supplies, repayable over 5 weeks. Remember, first loan's free of charge, the first one's always free. Sounds fair enough. So, perfect. Anything else, Your Grace? No, that's it for now. The Bank de Florentini is always happy to help. Now we've got 58 supplies, so that's good. Lorsulia, I bring news, Father. Asalia sneaked out at night last week. I ran into her while she was going back to her chamber, all laughing and a little tipsy, I think. She wouldn't say where she'd been, but Sidani, as thick as she is, spilled everything to me in the morning. Those two chit-chat all the time. They think I don't realize. Thick, don't speak ill of your sister. What's gotten into you, Lorsulia? Asalia sneaks out to some wedding, gets all drunk, but I'm the bad one all of a sudden. I better talk to Asalia about this. You girls are going to drive me mad one day. I've said that too. So, let's see. There's the peasant. Your Grace, my dear son is nowhere to be found. Yes, a really daft little boy, but still, he's my son. I've said that too. I ask you to help us find him, Your Grace. Is there a chance you could do so? Now, I could send the general, but I have a feeling I'm going to need the general. In fact, I've never actually sent the general here. All I can offer is 7 gold.
That boy.
This should be enough to cover your loss? Your Grace, do you really think that gold can replace my son? I'd better look for help elsewhere. Well, okay. You could have hired someone to help you. Whatever. What do I know? Lord Eton. My name is Eton. I'm the Lord of Branca, Your Grace. I will be as straightforward as possible. Someone has kidnapped my daughter, and they expect me to pay 12 gold to get her back. The thing is, I tracked them down, and I know where they're keeping her. I've planned everything out. I just need your general to help me take her back. Or I could just pay the ransom. Either way, I will need your help, Your Grace. Okay. We don't have 12 gold, so we're going to send the general with him. It's a good thing I kept him. Pay them once, they will only want more. This is the best option. You're right. Send the general my way, and I will tell him my plans. Thank you, Your Grace. Good, good, good. It has to work. So now we've sent the general out for 2 weeks. And here's Pietro. Your Grace, I fear for my life. I think someone is trying to get me. What's going on? I think someone is following me. They want me dead. Who's they? I don't know. How would I know? I haven't done anything, right? I better be going. It's a nutty guy, but he does give you some army later on. So, step off the throne, and then let's go do the visits that we have to visit. So let's go look at that Radovian soldier over here. I didn't think a king would come down to the dungeons. An honor, truly. Enough of the games. Tell me why you're here. Tell me what you know. Why are you here? I suppose that's one way of killing time in this murky den. You see, Davern, that lunatic, thinks everyone will follow him. Keeps raving about some promise. One of the 7 kings will give him his daughter. He thinks he's got a chance at mingling with the royals. I still can't decide. Is he the mad one, or is it his followers who believe this monk, who are really insane? That's all for now. You'll stay here a while longer. So what's this promise they're talking about? Well, you're about to find out. Let's go talk to the wife about this. So, go to the bedchamber. Darling, foreign barbarians visited us this week. Radovians have come to Davern. One of their bandits was brought to the castle. Radovians? That can't be right. Do you think it's about our promise? I'm afraid it is. The bandit is in the dungeon. I already questioned him. It cannot be. Eric. Well, he said so himself. How would he know? 13 years ago, we promised our unborn child's hand to a thug. Davern, wasn't it? Does it matter? After 13 years, a Radovian shows up in our castle? I'll be damned. Yes, Lucilia will soon become a woman, and we will need to find her a husband. A woman at the ripe old age of 13. And Davern, the villain, will arrive to make me fulfill my promise. What got into us? How could we have promised our daughter's hand to a Radovian? With a knife to my throat, I'm not sure what else we could have done. To think our daughter will marry some barbaric thug, though. We can't let this happen, Eric. Don't worry, we will solve this. What about the witch? Do you remember the curse? I don't even want to think about this. Let's just hope the curse is nothing but a hoax, and see how things with the thug turn out. What now? What are we going to do? If Davern ever shows up to claim our daughter's hand, hopefully no one will believe him. We just need to play stupid. Unless he shows up with an army. Don't be silly. How could a commoner afford an army? Even we can't. How could Radovians get to Davern? Anything seems possible at this stage. Did you send the bandit to the dungeons? I already told you I did, Aurelia. Oh, yes. I'm sorry, darling. It's just too much to think about. How are you holding up? I don't know. It's so unreal. Marry a prince, a lord even, yes, but let her marry a thug? We can't do this. It will
Kuivoja.
be fine. I won't let them take her away. I'll see you later, darling. Eric, I'm terrified. I can handle this. Fine. I will stay here. Though, as you can imagine, they were in a tight spot, being threatened with death. They promised their daughter's hand to this barbarian, just to protect their lives. And now he's come to collect. So, what are we gonna do? We can't fight these people off, not yet. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Koi.
Aurelia loves to knit. So knitting needles,
Dabai.
stork paintings. So let's go on out. And now we get to go confront the middle daughter, Asalia. Yes, father. There was a wedding in the village. I've heard there was quite a fine wedding in the village just outside our walls. Considering the resources you spent to help them out with, it definitely was. Okay, so what do we say here? I always try to play coy. How do you know this? Sounds as if they had the honor of a royal guest. No, of course not. Liar. I've heard what people say is all. Come on now. I know about the wedding. Ursulia told me what happened. How would she know anyway? Oh, of course, Sedani.
Koi.
Sedani. I'm worried about you. I wouldn't forgive myself if something happened to you. You have no need to worry. Nothing will happen. Oh, want to bet? There's Renovians about.
Da.
Do you know what's out there? What could have happened if someone found a princess by herself in a village? All the drunkards, thugs. Nothing happened, Father. I was dressed differently. I was careful. I'm not stupid. I know what I'm doing. All I wanted was a little fun.
Kaba.
Lucilia said you got drunk. That's a lie. I know what I'm doing. I can take care of myself. How many times? Lucilia. Since she turned 13, she thinks she will make her marry some fat, dumb prince and send her off to another castle. If she intends to be such a lousy rat, maybe it would be for the best.
Yaboa.
Is that why she's been acting up lately? I suppose so. It doesn't change the fact that she's just infuriating.
Kuiva.
And it doesn't change the fact that you didn't stop with the name calling.
Kupoa.
You were confined to the castle. I will say no more playing games.
Elbow.
No more shuttlecock, cloche, cards, dice, or draughts. What am I supposed to do inside these godforsaken walls? Ah, stupid Lorsulia, I'll teach her a lesson. Stop with the names.
Doi.
I better talk to Lorsulia. So, I don't think it matters which one of those you pick. I've picked a different one every time. And so far I've not noticed anything, but then again, I haven't made it too far in the game. So we'll go talk to Lorsulia, who seems to be worried that we're just gonna marry her off to the highest bidder. I think that's the line, one of the lines she actually uses here. So there's Lorsulia. Oh, it's you. Asalia told me what's going on. Asalia told me why you might be feeling a bit down recently.
Uba Taibo.
I think your mother and I had started to figure it out anyway. I'm sorry we didn't realize earlier. Oh, and why is that? I will tell her that you will have to get married at some stage.
Kuaya.
You're a princess, and every princess needs a prince.
Wadarabiwa.
Getting upset and not talking to us won't help, but I can promise that we'll take it slow. Time will show. Goodbye. I will check on you later. So, we've made a promise to her that we would take it slow and not. So I made a promise to her that we would take it slow, not force her to get married off. Unfortunately, I know from playing the game a few times that that's not really a promise we can keep, and you'll see why here in a bit. So let's get through week 2 here. I think we can just exit now. Okay. Alright, so there's the supplies payment. Market stalls give us 2 gold. Taxes are 11, and then we're paying the general 9. So we could repair the theater, but that would only leave us with 14 gold. So we'll just keep the status quo. Save and continue. We'll do one more week here. Oh, a pigeon! So, dear Eric, we have crossed the mountains. We will come for what was promised, for the gods have graced us with their strength. Davern, the king of Redovia. So they do have a king after all. And where there's a king, an army follows. What promise are they babbling about anyway? I mean, I could say I don't know. Again, I don't know the long-term effects of that. I've always told them the truth. If you can't be honest with your advisors, your right-hand man, so to speak, then who can you be honest with? They're coming to take my daughter's hand. What? How? You never mentioned it, Your Grace. I didn't think I would have to keep my word. We can't let those barbarians seize the throne. Our treasury is low, but we can always seek allies. I will let you get on with the audits, and I'll make some preparations in the meantime. I will be in the council chamber, Your Grace. All right. Now let's see what we've got going on. So now let's see what's going on. Like the peasant. Your Grace, injustice and hunger have struck the village. Men dressed in black came and took our stock. Hardly anything left worth giving to the dogs now. Wanted to kindly ask for 7 pieces of gold, or 5 sacks of supplies, Your Grace. That way we can at least keep our children fed. We have lots of supplies right now, and we're still building up our gold reserves, so we'll take the supplies. Feed your children well, and we get some more contentment. That will be enough to keep us going for a couple of weeks. Gods favor you. Here's a merchant. I come with a business proposition, Your Grace. I need 12 gold to hire men and buy resources to build a new tavern in Branca. You see, the tavern will serve as more than just a way for locals to get drunk. The village is really well positioned. It has many visitors, but they never stay for long. A new tavern will change that and will guarantee a steady income. I will share the profits once I start making money on the business. Now, you might think that it's not really a good thing to do given how much gold we have. But again, about as far as I've made it in this game, I found out that if you invest in this, you get 3 gold a week back forever. So we'll give him the 12 gold. Take the gold and let the business grow. Oh, wonderful. You won't regret it, Your Grace. I will get right on with the work. 8 solid tables, 13 beds. We could make a cheaper shared chamber. Oh, it's going to work out well. And then finally the last peasant here. Your Grace, a disease is crawling in our village. It's nothing serious, I don't think, but fevers and sneezes are all over the place. It appeared out of nowhere, as if a dark force brought it upon us. So they either want 7 supplies or 5 supplies. We've got plenty of supplies, so we'll give them the 7. Give them out in your village. Make sure everyone has access to what they need. Thank you, Your Grace. We are beyond content. I hope that the spirits will keep you well. Alright. Now we'll go and talk with all the people that we have to talk with this week. Alright, so we've got the council chamber. So, we'll talk with Sadani first here. Hey there! And give her a nickname. Don't think it really matters. I'll choose Pumpkin. Pumpkin? Pumpkin? That's new. I like it. I don't know where she turned into a redneck all of a sudden. Your Grace, you shouldn't be playing here. Sadani, I always tell you not to play here. But this is my most cherished place in the cat's fortress. Oh, you have the most finest items here, Father. Please, let me stay here. I won't break anything, I promise. You can stay.
Kuivaja.
As long as you don't damage anything. Oh, yes, thank you for your grace. Well, let's see what else is here. Now, let's talk to Audrey.
Kuivaja.
Your grace, I appointed a scout who will let us know what we're up against.
Baboja wo.
Meanwhile, we should invite King Tales. He might be able to help. So, we gotta invite here. You can invite King Tales. Tales should visit us within a week. With his army, we should be able to repel Radovia,
Kuivai.
no matter what they come with.
Davern.
Thank you, Audrey. We've done all that. We'll end the week. We can't do any repairs to the theater, although we did get a little bit more gold. And we'll stop it here at week 3, and maybe if we keep going like this, and I keep to my notes that I've got over here, then maybe we can make it further in this game, and I can stop kind of spoiling everything, because maybe we'll get somewhere that I don't know. So that's it for this time. Hope you enjoyed this, and hope that you can join us for the next one. In the meantime, stay off my lawn. Thank you much.